that's not what I really want to do in life. But I will be at Lowe's until I eventually have the opportunity to, make income from other sources other than Lowe's that can like fully financially support me, if that makes sense. But I found out a couple days later that I didn't get it, and I wasn't like butthurt about it or anything. I wasn't in my feelings. I just reminded myself that there's another plan, and it just was not meant to be. It just wasn't. I was told by multiple people at Lowe's, even assistant store manager, that I would have been very good at the position, or whatever. It just wasn't meant to be, and that is okay. Like sometimes, like there are signs thrown at you, and there's like just different paths that you're meant to take, but you're just not realizing it at that particular moment. You see what I'm saying? So, I'ma still keep pushing, my part-time at Lowe's, whatever. I'm still making it, me with my girlfriend and everything like that. We're still good and everything. I was just hoping that, I can make a little bit extra money, but I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it's their loss. I mean, because I would have been dope as fuck at that job. Like, I'm just a hard fucking ass worker, period. Anyway, though, yeah. Moral of the story is we gonna make shit happen this year. You and me both. But we gotta keep pushing each other. Pushing each other. We're gonna gain that self-confidence. We're gonna gain that self-love. We're gonna gain that, self-discipline. We're gonna gain all the goodies. I'm gonna brush away the negatives. All the negatives, okay? Now, I don't know if you like relax, dozing off or whatever, but I don't want you to forget what we talked about. Okay. Just gonna brush. So, like I said, so we're getting rid of the worries about work, worries about school, worries about toxic relationships, worries about money, worries about shortcomings, worries about doubts, all the anxieties. We're pushing them out the window. Done. They're gone. Before I go, I almost forgot, but for the OGs has been on here for a while, remembers this little book, but it's Words to Help You Be Strong, with messages of hope, health, and courage. So, the drill. I'm just gonna flip to a random page. There's not many pages in this little book, so we've got, I'm gonna read you this one right here. So it says, there is no way around grief and loss. You can dodge all you want, but sooner or later, you just have to go into it, through it, and hopefully come out the other side. And that was from Johnny Cash. The topic was going through grief and sitting in it and not ignoring it. Because always